Everything I say tonight. Is that what you're saying?
Yep, we are recording.
Ooh, this meeting is being recorded by the host or a participant. Got it or leave meeting. This is a moment of truth right here.
I don't know.
We'll put got it. Awesome, guys. Well, I'm super excited to join you guys tonight. I love that you are still able to do these and get together and chat and all the wonderful things that you guys do. I was just looking before I left, and I mentioned this morning how January is the biggest month we've ever had in Soul. And it's kind of a fun thing to see everybody rebound and come into this new year. Now, you may look at it and say, well, that's because we have a referral program or we have a promo towards the end of the month or whatever else. But we were well ahead of schedule of what we've been doing previously, well before those even took place. And so what we usually see in January, which you're probably seeing in your own groups, is that everybody comes into a new year with plans to become better, to try new things, to get back on track, to do a lot of different things. And so we're seeing that take full effect with everything that you guys are doing. And so use this as a platform to jump off of, to continue to grow and become better. But tonight I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that we've launched recently with that shareable shopping cart that we talked about this morning as well on the Monday morning talk and success, the referral program, and then also kind of and how to kind of talk about these certain things as well. Now, first off, have you guys ever read the book Predictably Irrational? You guys heard of that before? No, we haven't.
I might be reading it now after you mentioned it. It's really good.
It might be worth reading.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, hint. It's a great book, and it talks about kind of the psychology of how we look at certain things and how it all works. Now, when we started first putting this idea together for a referral program, we looked at a lot of the makeup of our top specialists. And what we found consistently was a lot of them had a lot of members that they were able to introduce to Soul that loved the product, that were having good experiences with the products and being part of the Soul family. I mean, we even have quite a few members that come to each of our events, to our conventions and whatnot, just to be a part of it and just to learn more. And so it's kind of a fun deal, the atmosphere you guys have created and that culture we're continuing to build on. And so with that, we thought, is there a way that we could help them be more excited about sharing Soul and getting on board with that? And I know we talked about that at virtual kickoff as well, but in the book Predictably Irrational, it talks about how our mindset can shift a little bit depending on if we're in a social situation or in a business situation. And what I mean by that is this: if you think you are going to be doing business with someone, we automatically have a different reaction and assume different things than if we're just doing something socially. And the example they gave in the book was talking about lawyers. They went to a bunch of lawyers and met with them and asked if they'd be willing to do some work for a discounted amount to help some less privileged people, some people in low income situations and whatnot. And so the lawyers piqued their interest a little bit. So they asked how much they'd be willing to, how much of a discount they need to give. And once the amount was given to them, they actually were offended that somebody would ask them to work for such a low amount, knowing what they were actually worth. And they turned them down. So they thought this was a little puzzling, because they thought, these people needed help, and we thought these guys would be kind-hearted enough to help out, even if it was for a little bit of a discount. At least they'd be getting something out of it. So then they went and asked a different group of lawyers if they would be willing to come and work for free, pro bono. And what do you think their reaction was? They were all about it, right? They said absolutely would be willing to do that. And it kind of was puzzling, because they're like, this group wasn't willing to do it for a discounted price, but this group was more than happy to do it for free. And why is that? And they started studying it and ran a whole bunch of different experiments and whatnot. And what they came to find out was, because there was money attached with the relationship of doing something for a discounted price, it made it into a business relationship. And for a business relationship, they weren't willing to work for such a low price. It didn't make sense to them financially to cut their hourly rates enough to participate and help these people out. But as soon as you ask them to do it for free, Now it became a social thing, where now they looked at it from a social aspect of, hey, I can help. I'm a good person. I'm going to be judged according to how I act and behave. And so I'm willing to go forward and help with this. And so looking at that and looking at some different things we have, we've noticed that we even have a lot of specialists, in fact, that have signed up in Soul that are willing to share and do certain things as long as they don't have to sign anybody up or do anything that way. Even talking with Kendall's wife, she's very much that way. She loves to share Soul, but if she had to sign anybody up, she says she absolutely would not do it. And since myself and the other founders, we don't have any Soul accounts to sign anybody up on, she's not willing to really, she'd be completely unwilling to be a part of that, even if it was available. And so it's just an interesting mindset when you look at that. And so looking at that, looking at what all the members are doing out there and how there's so many of them and some specialists who don't want to have a business relationship with people, but still want to help. We launched that referral program, and we've seen some great things, because now you're giving a discount to somebody. You're actually saving them money. You're not making any money off of it. There's no cash that's being given or anything like that. And it's just worked out in kind of a cool way. On top of that, we still have the other tools that we were using before. We still had the gift cards that's still available. Instead of using or having to have a gift card physically on you with a number on the back of it, now we have the Save 25 promo code that you can type into that little discount code box, and it works just like a gift card always did. And if you have anybody that is a specialist that speaks Spanish or is mostly working with the Spanish, you can have them type in the word Save 25, but in Spanish. So it's Ahorra 25, and it works the same way as well. So we have those cool little things that we're really proud of, and we're excited for you guys to continue to use. Now, to be honest, we haven't seen a ton of use from that yet for a couple of reasons. One, it's brand new. People are still trying to figure out what it looks like. And number two, when we ran that promo for the last 4 days of the month, essentially, a lot of people use that instead of the referral program to sign up new people. So we saw a ton of new people sign up over the past week, but very few actually use the referral program, which is exciting for me, actually, because I know it hasn't even really gained traction yet. And still you guys are seeing such amazing results and growth in your organizations. So really excited about that. Now, with everything that we just talked about there, do you guys have any questions about any of that, or anything I can help to clarify?
Jordan, we have a few brand new specialists on here.
Oh boy.
So do you want to give like a 30-second summary of the referral program just for those super duper new people?
Yeah, absolutely. So we came out with this referral program I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday that we launched it. It's called Share the Wealth. The wealth is spelled WELLTH. No, it's not a misspelling, that we don't know how to spell wealth correctly. We just like to play on words of giving wellness to others. And so with that, the opportunity is that you can share your referral code, which as a specialist, it will be whatever your replicate site is. So when you sign up and fill out your account, you have an opportunity to pick a replicate site. So it's soulnaturals.com/ and then whatever you choose. It could be your first name. If somebody else hasn't already taken it, it could be your last name, could be the business that you have, whatever you want it to be. And then when you share that code with others and they use it for their first order, it's good for enrollment orders only, then they get $10 off their enrollment order, and you receive $10 in Soul rewards. So $10 in product credit that is put into your account. So then you can use that on your next order. And so it's kind of a cool way to help everybody out and to continue to share the mission of Soul, of helping everybody find that mind, body wellness. Is that good enough, Kristen? Awesome. Does anybody have any questions on any of that? Okay. This morning on our call for Monday morning Talk and Success, we talked about the shareable shopping cart. Just to review a little bit on that, if you log into the website and go into the shopping cart, you can add whichever products you prefer. And then you're at the bottom right of the cart, in the manage cart section, there's a button that says share on it. When you click on that, the URL of the products that you've chosen to put in your cart is then presented to you. You can click the copy button and a little modal pops up that says copy to clipboard. And then you're able to paste that wherever you deem fit. So you could put it in a text to send to somebody, put it on your social media site. You can put it on an email, whatever you want to do. And the beauty behind that is when anybody clicks on that link, it takes them directly to the checkout, and you don't have to worry about getting a credit card number from somebody or really any information at all. And they can go ahead and just check out and use that. Now, one thing it does not do is pre-fill your referral code in the discount code. There's a few reasons for that. One is maybe you're not interested in sharing it with them. There's opportunities to still sign people up without using a referral code. And so we give you the option, if you want to share with others, you can. Number two is sometimes you may want to use a gift card instead, which just takes $25 off the order instead of the $10 and then 10 SOAR rewards that are given after that. Other times there could be a promo going on like there was this past week, and you can only use one of those options in that discount box. You can only put one in there. You can't double dip and put as many as you want. So we leave that blank. So whoever's doing it can choose and decide what they want, or you can choose or decide what code or promo you want to give them when they sign up. So it's kind of a slick deal there. So yeah, first key though is you have to log in. We had quite a number of people who used referral codes this past week that signed up just underneath the holding account, the number one account. And the way that works is if anybody signs up there and we can't figure out who they're supposed to be under, if they didn't type in something that relates to one of you, then we give them a phone call and ask how they heard about us. And they'll say, heard it from Kristen Brunius or whatever. And then we'll go ahead and move them underneath whoever they say. If it's an organic thing where they find out about Solle from, let's say, Soul Natural's Instagram page or from our TikTok, or they just randomly Googled us and found us and they want to sign up, they're still welcome to do that. And then we just figure out where they live and then find the specialist that's closest to them, the Soul leader that's closest to them, and we place them in their organization. So then they get the benefit of having somebody new in there. Now, we're a little unique in that most companies that I've worked at before and even know, they usually have a company account that people who are organically finding the company and signing up under will just stay organically in that company account. They won't ever be moved to an upline or anything of that nature. Now, for us, we're really not that interested in doing that and having a corporate account. We don't want to compete with you guys in anything. We'd rather give you guys the people and the customers that come through so you guys can mentor them and help them. And we feel like we get more benefit out of you helping them than just nobody really helping them and them just being a part of a holding tank essentially. So it's kind of a slick way to do that. So if you ever have questions about, if somebody signs up and did they sign up and where are they at? There is a chance that somebody could sign up organically and just end up in the Soul Naturals holding tank, but we're pretty good at tracking everybody down and moving them, so we don't have to worry about you guys missing out on somebody that you shared Soul with and then they signed up and you couldn't find them again.
Can I just say how cool that is? That you guys actually personally call people to find out where they, how they found out, right? Yeah.
That actually happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So Jordan's not telling lies. Ironically,
everything up to that
team.
point was a lie, but this part is true because
This part is true, right? No, it actually happened to me. I get this person underneath me and I'm like, who is this person? And they actually knew someone else on my team, and I then tracked it down. I don't know if they couldn't get a hold of them. They were here in Edmonton, Alberta. And I'm like, oh, we had just done that big wellness expo. So I thought it was from that, which there was 3 of us at. So yeah, no, it does happen. It's the coolest thing ever.
There you go. Awesome. So with that, do you guys have any questions about anything there that I talked about, or first time hearing, or want clarification on? You good on all that? Okay. Do you guys have any other questions about anything Soul related or anything of that regard?
That's a pretty open question, Jordan.
Burning questions. You got me. You might as well use me and abuse me while you got me. So one thing we're seeing a little bit.
Did you get any purple glass water bottles ordered yet?
Ordered, yes.
Yeah. Oh,
They've been ordered for a long
received?
time, Ashley. The problem is, you may not know this being in South Dakota, but there is this worldwide pandemic going on. And the chances of us ordering and getting stuff in a timely manner has been miserable. So we haven't been able to get any yet.
Okay. Thought I would just check this week. I
A
haven't
rumor
checked
has
yet.
it glass things don't last in your house very well anyway, so we may have to consider something else.
Yeah, no, there's something about them.
Oh, that's awesome. Any other questions about anything?
Can you talk a little bit about the compensation plan?
Yes, that is my next bullet point to talk about. Now, there's a lot to any compensation plan. And I think the real treat in trying to help somebody understand something is trying to simplify it so anybody can understand it. That would be my challenge to all of you. You know, you understand it really well when you can explain it to like your kid and they can understand it as well, or your husband, perhaps. And there's a lot you can dive into and try to figure out and understand. There's some really key things that we want to make sure you guys are aware of, so it just makes it easy for you. The first of which is this: when you sign anybody up in Solle as a member, so as a customer, no matter what order size they place, you are eligible to receive what we call a Solle Quick. Now, a Solle Quick is a really slick deal where it pays out a higher percentage than referral or recurring orders do. So any order that that a new member places, you are going to receive 30% of the commissional volume on that as a Solle Quick bonus. So, and it's really interesting. We've looked at a lot of companies each year. I want you to know that we reevaluate what we're doing and what we can change and see if we can align better. And looking around the industry, we still haven't found anybody that matches that for new member enrollments, new customer orders. Most people are between 20 and 25%. And so we're pretty proud of that because it gives you guys that big boost when you finally talk to somebody, you're all nervous and excited and they place an order, and oh my gosh, you get an awesome bonus from that. The other thing that we're excited about with that as well is with the ability now to have a shareable shopping cart and put a link, we're hoping that we're going to be able to see some more like social influencers, social media people, and even yourselves as you guys are continuing to grow, and Instagram followers and TikTok and all the other stuff out there, that it'll just be easier for you to share that. But then if you look at the referral amounts that other companies are paying, even outside of network marketing, usually they're between 10 and 15% for somebody who places an order. For us, again, we're significantly higher than that. I've met with and talked with some influencers, if you will, and they are ecstatic that we pay that high. They think they could do some really good things with it. And so I think that's kind of a cool deal that we have. So again, anytime a new customer signs up, you can earn 30% of that. It's paid out the next week. We're actually working on a few things right now to make that so it pays out sooner and a lot quicker to you guys. So just you guys are kind of my first group I've told that to, so know that that's coming as well. If it's a specialist, we ask that you have at least $100 in product when they purchase for you to receive a 45% commission off of that. So again, a member, they can order any amount, you get 30% of that off their first order. If it's a new specialist, we ask that they have at least $100 in product, and plus the $75 to sign up as a specialist will qualify you to receive a Solle Quick bonus of 45% on that. Again, as I mentioned before on our Solle Virtual a couple weeks ago, our average order size right now across the board for members and specialists is $178. So it's above that minimum, and usually you don't have any problem with that. Usually with the systems that we're seeing that are being put in place, people are purchasing 2 to 3 to 4 products as they get going on a package deal. And so hitting those minimum requirements are really no big deal at all. Now, in order to qualify to receive commissions, once you've signed up in Solle and you're rocking and rolling, you need to have at least $100 order. So a lot of people like to put in what we call a Solle Safe auto ship. in order to make that work. So it's really slick and easy. You don't even have to worry about placing an order each month because you get kind of in a routine of which products you need, and you just rock and roll, and it's shipped to you every 30 days so you don't run out, and you're able to take care of yourself. And so again, very basic, very easy. $100 qualifies you to receive commissions. Then for anybody that places recurring orders, we're a little bit unique here as well. And I think we're a little bit better in that most companies, they pay commissions based off of a fixed level amount, meaning that most companies pay on the first 7 levels, just like we do, but they have a fixed percentage per level. Some like to make it top heavy, where on your first level, they'll pay maybe 10%, on the second level, 7%, third level, 5%, so on and so forth, all the way down to like 2% on the 7th level. Other companies do the opposite. On the first level, they'll pay 2%, the second level, 3%, fourth level, 5%, all the way down to 7 levels. And then on the 6th and 7th levels, they'll pay more because they're trying to get people to build deeper before they start paying in that sweet spot. Here at Solle, we want to make it as easy as possible for you. So no matter which level is your highest, we pay you our highest percentage on, and that's going to be between 10 and 15%. And so each month we recalculate it, each month we look at it, and so we maxed it out each month for you. We call it our smart plan commission because we believe it's the smartest way to do things. And it really kind of takes the guesswork out of it because you guys can just handle it and take care of it. Just take care of the business part of it, and we take care of the financial compensation for you without even having to think about it. So do you have any questions on any of those key things there? Good to go. Kristen, is there anything you want me to add to that?
The only question that I had heard was a little bit more complicated. I'm not sure if you want to go into it or not. Was about the mentor match program.
Yeah, the mentor match program on top of all of this other stuff. So the way that works is we take a pool, we take 2% of all revenue and put it into a pool, not a real pool, just a figurative one with the numbers. And we then anybody who has earned commissions but didn't qualify to receive them because they didn't place that $100 order like we talked about, we take those commissions and we put that into that pool as well. And then we go through the system and we say anybody who has mentored somebody who has earned commissions, we want to be able to compensate that mentor for doing that. And so we say, how much did all those people that have mentored earn for the month? How much is in the pool? And then we pay out a percentage equal to everybody of how much money is left in that pool. Now, when we first started Solle, it would be between 60 and 40%, just depending on how many people were in there and percentage of revenue. As we've continued to grow and have continued to get more and more specialists earning commissions, and just the way it all kind of works out, it's now between like 8 and 10% of what people are making underneath you, which doesn't seem like a ton, but when you have some of these big leaders who are making, a lot of money, an extra 10 to 8% is significant for them as well. In order to qualify to receive a mentor match, you need to be at least a Solle Leader 5K. And so it gives us a kind of a target to shoot for in order to earn a little bit extra on the side. So did that answer that question, Kristen? Yep. Okay, awesome. Now we also have something we call HD override. We don't talk a ton about it and make a big deal of it because not a ton of people use it. HD override stands for high dollar override. Honestly, we don't love the name, and we probably would change it if we probably will change it in the near future. HD has now been used for everything for high def, and so high dollar doesn't really make sense when we call it HD override anymore. But really, we created that program for people who would be purchasing large amounts of product themselves, but would not be actually building an organization. So this would be something like a massage parlor or a chiropractor or a naturopathic doctor, somebody along those lines, who then would purchase large amounts themselves and then turn around and resell it. And we're, again, since we've come out with free shipping, and since it's so easy to sign up members, we're seeing even a lot of those individuals that will just sign up members anyway and aren't actually purchasing a lot by themselves. but it's still available out there for those to use. So if you do have somebody who says, gosh, I really think I could buy a lot of product and use it, but I'm not interested in being a part of the business, that's still an option that's available to you. So any questions about any of that stuff? Okay. And I see somebody who just jumped on who is a new Soul Elite 100K. Can you guys believe that? And it's fitting because it's Miss Mama K herself, Miss Louisiana. God, look how good looking she is too. I love it. Hey, Mama K, wave at everybody. There you are. Put her hat on. I love it. So good. We're so proud of Chris. She's been with us from the very, 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 very beginning. So for her to hit that rank and just to her leadership and her love of soul and love of everybody has been such an honor and privilege to see and be a part of. So proud of you. So, okay. Well, any questions about anything that way with compensation or the referral program or a shareable shopping cart or anything else that could possibly be on your minds?
Oh, Paige, you got a question? Or is she clapping?
She looks like she might be clapping.
Oh, I love it. I didn't know there was a clappy one.
I'm clapping for.
Perfect. Okay. Well, is there anything else you want me to cover, Kristen, while you got me?
Nope. That was really it. We get a lot of questions about the compensation plan. I love how you broke it down just so simply. And I love how you just focused on what you need to know now. Because what I always try to encourage people is you don't need to know it all and really until you're there. And then once you're there, you can kind of figure it out, ask, your upline, ask Jordan, whatever, but you just know the basics, you're good to go. Because it's set up in a way that those different things just happen naturally. The developing of multiple legs as you go on to different ranks and stuff like that, that's sort of a natural progression. But yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited about the referral program. Super excited about the shareable shopping cart. I've been using it on social media. I've had a few people actually click it and purchase from it, which I'm like, what?
Hey,
That was cool. A nice little surprise. So we love what you guys are doing at Soul, and we really appreciate it.
awesome. And we're working on some notification stuff as well, so you guys can see quicker when people purchase those from those shareable shopping carts and getting our email notifications a little more in line. And we're working on some tech stuff as well to just to continue to help you guys be truly in charge of your own businesses and hearing everything that's happening with them.
Oh, that just made me think of one question.
Yeah.
Did I hear correctly? Like if one of my members shares their referral code, and then obviously they become one of our members,
Yeah.
that there'll be a way to know where that person came from.
Yes. I can see that right now. Let me see how best to make it available so you guys can see that as well. Maybe we'll just add that to their account. So when you go in there and look to see who they are, it'll let you know who they came from.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
we can look at that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
And that's one thing to clarify as well, Kristen, that I'm sure you guys all know, but if a member does share their referral code with somebody and they decide to sign up, it does go underneath you as the specialist. Members cannot have organizations, and so it doesn't go underneath them. They still get the 10 SOAR awards for sharing their referral code, but in the organization and the commissions and all that stuff will roll up to you. So it's kind of a slick way to be able to build your business with that as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Quiet crowd tonight. Anybody have any questions? All right. Well, thanks, Jordan.
Okay. You're so welcome. Sure love you guys. We'll see you again soon.
All right. Bye.